Yo, just finishing the setup here. All right, what's going on? How's my audio? Let me know how the volume is of my voice compared to the game and all that stuff. Cool. Have you ever played any of the Mega Man games before? Yeah, this was a Japan exclusive when it first released on the Super Nintendo. And then they made a port for the GBA for a more worldwide release. And that's the one I'm playing right now, the GBA version. I've never played this before, like this time here, since I started yesterday. I played the Super Nintendo one, or Super Famicom, whatever, a few times. It's been a few years. But have you played any of the other Mega Man games in general? Also, this is strange. Usually, if you save the game, it doesn't keep track of the number of lives you have. Like, it just resets it back to like 2 or 3 because 0 counts. But I ended the stream with like this 3 or 4 lives, whatever, and it looks like it kept that number in the save game. I don't know how that works, but I guess it might be better. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, on the NES you had like Mega Man 1 to 6 and a few other spin-off titles. I think those were like Japan exclusives as well. But yeah, this goes along with the classic series. So there was 1 to 6 on the NES, then there was Mega Man 7 on SNES, then Mega Man 8 on PS1 and Saturn. Uh, but then after 8 they made this game for Super Nintendo, or SNES, SFC, whatever, a bit after that, only in Japan. I think it was for people who couldn't afford the PS1 at the time. Yeah, when 8, I should say, when 8 came out, I might have had a PS1 by then, but I sure as hell didn't play Mega Man 8 back then. So, a little backstory or some context for this game. Both this version and the original, they're notorious for being considered like the hardest of the classic Mega Man series, and I think one of the hardest Mega Man games in general, which I strongly disagree with. You just have to play in a different style, and you'll see. I'm in general, I'm not even like very good at Mega Man, and if I consider it not that bad, then it shouldn't be much of a problem in general. I don't think. Again, you have to change the playstyle when playing this. One problem with this GBA version is that the screen is zoomed in. So the sprites are bigger, like the environments, everything is bigger, so it's harder to like see stuff that can be off screen and that can like spawn and already be activated off screen. That's one. And the other thing is that in my case, with the emulator that I'm using, there's unfortunately like an input lag. Oh, the stream info. Yeah, that's annoying. I thought I saved it before, but apparently not. Give me a sec. All right, it says stream info updated successfully. Let's see how far that tracks. I already got through the 8 base levels, like the Robot Master stages, so we're off to the castle or the fortress or whatever. Oh boy. Yeah, this game is pretty late for SNES. Well, I'm playing the GBA version, but the SNES version, the original, yeah, it was like 1999, I think. So I think they wanted to kind of release an equivalent to Mega Man 8 at the time, and maybe I can't even speculate why they didn't go with N64. Perhaps 3D games was like pretty big on that, or maybe if they thought they can't afford a PS1, maybe they can't afford an N64 either. Who knows? But either way, I guess for a game that was meant to be 2D, it would fit better on the on the Super Nintendo, Super Famicom, whatever. Also, if you've played Mega Man 8 or if you've seen it, seen it in action, seen screenshots, you can see that most of the graphics, all the visual assets were more or less lifted from 8. Gotta watch out for that pile of junk there. You can see spikes are kind of enclosed or like obscured behind it. Alright, here comes the boss fight. Also, this spotlight effect is completely useless as far as I know. I don't know what it's meant for, but because it's gonna go away as soon as you get to the boss area. And also, this is a pretty annoying boss. Nah, the spotlight effect is just gonna, like, go away. It's just going to, it's just going to be like undone or like reversed or whatever at the boss. God damn it. There we go. Barely made it. A lot of the struggle there was actually just me trying to get by the input lag, for one thing. Alright, so the next stage is actually divided into 3 parts, and if you get like a game over on like the second or third part, it brings you back to the first. So ideally you want to get into the stage with as many lives as you can, so I farmed enough bolts to get like up to 9 lives, just to be safe. Oh yeah, thanks. Freaking 3 parts here. Also, this is one of the ways to make this game much easier. Is like you can get a whole bunch of like upgradable parts and like special abilities or whatever from the shop. So like you see me pausing and going into this menu to switch out between these parts like that. I feel like if you're struggling with this game, this really helps to make things much easier, because like you have different options. The one I have equipped right now that I'm highlighting is it reduces the damage you take. There's this thing that makes you use less weapon energy. This is rarely used, but I think it could be useful. Like if you're low on health, the damage you cause will be like much higher, which is great. And this is like when you pick up health, it allows you to like gain more health from the pickups. There's also this, which is energy balancer. It's more like during the stage and not during the boss fight, but like you can pick up weapon energy without having any weapons equipped. Then there's charging up the Mega Buster faster. This will be useful soon. And this game is notorious for not having energy tanks, which you can like, you know, items you can use to refill your health. But this is kind of sort of like a compensation for that. Is if you have this auto item equipped, if you stand still, like don't press anything, your health will kind of more or less like regenerate slowly. So it's just a matter of switching between these items, like, you know, tactically, and know which one's best for a given situation. Also, hey, spam bot. Gotta delete that comment. There we go. Yeah, what is that username? It's Record Provincialism. Nice. Anyway. There we go. Not that bad. Notice how your health doesn't refill when you reach the next level. I'm pretty sure they do for like most other Mega Man games, at least in the classic series. But you know, there's always stuff to help you out in this game when you are in situations like this, because there's plenty of spots you can farm for like health, weapon energy, and all that stuff. Oh wait, I already have 9 lives. I don't need that one. But I'm gonna show you what there's this one up here. Each time you die, it always it respawns. So you have no risk of like running low on lives on this stage, which is gonna be very important, as you'll see with the boss. There it is. Okay, not that bad either for that one. So now we're in part 3. This is it. Maybe I don't need the spread drill. I'll disregard it. Yeah, these are the graphics from Mega Man 8 on PS1. Yep, I suppose he does. Yeah. Okay, not bad. All three parts of this second stage are done, so you know, we're safe from if we get a game over and all that, because this is done. We're off to the last stage now. Thanks. Yeah, this level was supposed to be like notorious for its difficulty, especially since it's divided into three parts. You have like three bosses and like especially that second part there where you gotta fight like the jet or the helicopter. It's very easy to die, like by falling off the platforms. So far, this GBA version seems easier than the SNES original for some reason. Just gonna farm for some weapon energy. I especially need the lightning bolt. Alright, here we go. Last level. It's really long because now you gotta refight all the 8 robot masters. Oh, there was already weapon energy here. Could have used this. Oh well. One sec. Alright. Nope, not quite. Damn, he took a lot of damage. Even with my super armor on. Yeah, there you go. That's your equivalent of the E-Tank. No, I'm just using the emulator's speed up function to make the health regenerate faster. Also, I seem to have run into some kind of bug because these worms are supposed to drop like items randomly, but they all seem to be dropping large bolts, which is weird. Oh, there we go. No, not that I recall. In fact, it wasn't even in this GBA version, as far as I remember, too. Seeing in videos, and it seems weird. Yeah. Yep, got a gamepad here. Yeah, I had this gamepad since like '09. The plastic of the wire itself, like the protection around the wires inside, are starting to peel away, which is not good. But it works pretty well. It's a like a simple Logitech dual action. It mimics the design of, like, you know, the PlayStation controllers. It has the joysticks as well, like the DualShock. But there's no rumble feature on this. But if you're looking for something simple to play retro games, something like this would do. You can check if Logitech still makes like newer models of this kind of like design. If not, you can probably pick up something from one of their like earlier products like this. Also, with this microphone, I really gotta get close to speak, because I know that it, for some reason, it drowns out the voice audio unless you're like really close to it. God damn it. Okay, not bad. Ah, cool. So Logitech still makes it. Alright, well then there's an option for you if you wanted to get like a new gamepad. What do you use currently? Oh, I see. Well, at least it has like the general, same button layout, I guess. Here comes the hardest robot master in the game, in my opinion. Shit. Even with the super armor, look how much damage he did. Yeah, I think that's the good thing about this this type of gamepad. Maybe it's good Logitech as a brand, but they're pretty flexible for all the PS, like the PlayStation type games, N64, GameCube, probably even Xbox, if you can like probably adapt its button layout in some way. Oh, nice. Yeah, just a short distance. I think that section mostly serves to replenish some health and weapon energy. Yeah, that's Magic Man. That's pretty close. Be right back. All right, back. Yeah, I find the music to be pretty good, but I like the Super Nintendo original version's music better, to be honest. I definitely recommend giving it a listen. Not guaranteed you'll like any or most of them or any which one, but chances are there might be something in there that you'll be into. No, there are. All the music from the Super Nintendo version are here. It's just that, because it's the GBA, it's pretty watered down. Alright, this is it, the final boss. Dr. Wily. Nope. And that's that. Thanks. Yeah, I don't know. It's very weird. I had much less of a struggle with this version of the game than the Super Nintendo one. I don't know what to make of that. Maybe it really is easier. Who knows? So yeah, that was Mega Man and Bass, or Rockman and Forte, as it was originally called. And that's how you play through it. Like if you want to be extra careful, or if you're like a noob like me, that's how you do it, and you won't struggle as much. When you say the controls, are they different? Do you mean from the Super Nintendo original? No, they're more or less the same. Like Mega Man Classic's gameplay is so simple that you can map whatever buttons there were on the SNES to just the GBA's like A and B, and D-pad. Yeah, I streamed the Super Nintendo game like whatever years back. I put the VOD for that up on YouTube as well. If you're curious to see what that game plays like compared to this, it's mostly the same, but you'll see like how it's different, like zoomed in and screen crunch. I mean, and probably a few things like that. So I think the Super Nintendo version was supposed to be easier. Like everybody agrees that if you want to play this particular Rockman game or Mega Man game, you should go with the Super Nintendo version. It's just all around better, I would say, and in some ways objectively, like with the screen crunch, you know. But also the controls feel more responsive. But again, that just might be my emulator. It has a bad input lag. Spent a little bit of time yesterday trying to fix it. Well, more time than I felt was worth it, and I just gave up, you know. And then while playing it, I figure I must have gotten the hang of like how to offset the timing of the buttons to the gameplay for everything. And yeah, if you're into Mega Man, I recommend giving this a try on the SNES original. I wouldn't say this GBA version, but maybe yes, that too. It is difficult. It is difficult and challenging. I do agree with that. But like, I think it's honestly, if you play it in the different style, like the way I am playing it, it's one of the easier Mega Man games to get through. Yeah, yeah. Well, before you do, maybe get kind of back into or the groove of Mega Man, the Mega Man gameplay. You know, particularly the classic series with like. You could do Mega Man 4, Mega Man 7, 8, maybe, I don't know. Maybe even some of the NES games to like get you know, kind of familiar with the challenge. But yeah, that was pretty much it. I was not going to showcase anything else. The whole point was to finish this game, so it's done. Yeah. Any questions before I wrap it up? Because I don't have much else to say. I can't think of anything. Yeah, so like not on Twitch, but you can still view it on YouTube, exactly. You'll be able to see it there. I did that. I did like Mega Man X6. I did a little bit of Blood. So if you want to get an idea of how that game is like, there it is. But yeah, I think I'm probably going to call it now. So that was it. Fairly short stream just to get through that. It still took over an hour to get through the king stages. Very, very likely. I mean, I know for a fact it can be done much faster, but there's a sort of beginner friendly approach, you know. The most important thing is the shop items. You know, make the best of those shop items that you can. You know, I think that's why they're there. You know, like leverage what the game gives you, basically. So, all right. So that pretty much wraps it up. Thanks for tuning in. Whoever else is here attending the stream, watching, thank you very much. Probably not much, but like I said, you can catch this on YouTube, get a recap, see what it was like, see the first part if you want, or don't. I spoke a lot less there, but anyway, yeah. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time for whatever I stream next.